As we welcome into the studio, Sheriff Grady Judd. How's it going?
I'm okay today. How are you?
Oh, just okay. Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping in, man.
Well, do you know, it's a great day, really. Any day you can stand up and look down makes it a good day.
And you know what it's a great day for?
What's that?
Maybe starting a garden.
Starting a garden.
Yeah, why not? It's going to be beautiful today.
Do you know that would be, maybe a herb garden?
Herb
Oh,
garden.
well, that would be fantastic.
Very herb.
Very herb.
Grow your own veggies and herbs.
Yeah, you could have
Something.
like parsley and rosemary.
Basil, perhaps.
Perhaps. And that's what happened. And that's my crazy criminal story of the day, which that's what I thought we'd talk about.
It's all wrapped up in one.
Do you know, this daughter asked her mom, where's Benny? And she said, well, he'd left and went back to Oklahoma. Well, the daughter's brother lived in Oklahoma, so she's talking to him and said, have you seen Benny since he got back to Oklahoma? Benny's not in Oklahoma. We thought he's down there with Mom. And he's got something wrong with his throat. He can't talk. So the brother and the daughter got to talking. Brother and the sister got to talking about Mom, and Mom's telling the people here that Benny's in Oklahoma, telling the people in Oklahoma Benny can't talk on the phone because he's got throat trouble. So the daughter takes Mom to a park in Lake Alfred and says, all right, Mom, where's Benny? You're telling two different stories. And she said, well, I buried him in the backyard. So she marches her mother down to the Lake Alfred Police Department, but on the way gets her brother on the phone, which is her son, and says, you're not going to believe what Mom just told me. Mom, tell your son what you just told me. Well, I'm the old lady that got rid of the old man. I'm the one that disposed of him.
Could you imagine being on the other end of that line, Grady?
You know, it's like unbelievable.
Or at the park with your mom?
So we assisted the Lake Alfred Police Department. They haven't had a murder there in 24 years.
Was Benny the father of these two kids?
No, he wasn't. He was
Okay.
stepfather.
Okay.
So we get involved in the investigation. She tells us 5 different stories. And we said, well, you know, if Benny just kind of fell over in the shower and died, why didn't you call? She said, well, I was so embarrassed that he committed suicide, which was like version number 3 of the story.
Well, that would shock you, wouldn't you, if you found somebody that committed suicide, where you would probably call somebody?
You would
Try to revive them.
You would think, well, if she was embarrassed that he committed suicide, I wonder if she's embarrassed now that we all know that she murdered him. So we arrested Barbara Scott for murdering Benny Scott after like 5 different versions of her story and took her to the county jail. But when we were digging really in the herb garden, we found him buried underneath the parsley and the rosemary. She had planted a garden right on top of him. And that's after, you know, she drug him into the garage for the first 2 or 3 days. And then she said to herself, Self, this is not working. And that's when she buried him underneath the herbs and the parsley. Crazy criminal story.
Unbelievable. And coming right out of Lake Wales.
Lake Alfred.
Oh, Lake Alfred. I'm sorry, Lake Alfred.
Lake Wales doesn't want to hear that.
No. Let's not bring that to Lake Wales.
How was the garden growing, by the way?
It was
Grady?
doing very nicely until the crime scene techs just pulled every bit of the parsley and rosemary up.
Had some pretty good fertilizer, I guess, going for a while.
But that was one of the more bizarre cases we've been around in a long time. And now she's sitting in the county jail. And you know what's interesting about all of that? The gun was stolen out of Oklahoma when she just happened to be visiting there with Benny several months ago. So is that premeditation?
I think it sounds like that.
Sounds like it to me.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Sheriff Grady Judd.
Another day in the life of the sheriff's office. Y'all be safe.
Appreciate all that you do, you and your deputies.
Drive carefully. And my last plea of the day, please wear your seatbelts. It saves lives.